Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and we are out here driving the 2021 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. Out here in the beautiful country roads of South Carolina, heading on out to Carolina Motorsports Park to flex this thing around the track and see what 710 horsepower of American muscle crammed into an 8-seater SUV, or actually I think this one's technically a 6-seater. What that can do for our quality of life. Been spending some time behind the wheel throughout today, and already I can tell you this is an awesome commuter car. Yeah, that's probably not what you expected me to say. It's quiet. Aside from the rumbling exhaust and when you get on it, the supercharger whine, which actually you can hear better when I get down, like downshift manually a bit here. Listen to that. It's not quite as easy to hear as on like the Challenger and Charger red-eye models, but it's definitely in there. What you really hear is that awesome exhaust. So aside from that making noise, when you're just putzing along, this thing's really quiet. There's virtually no wind noise. There's less noise in this cabin than in the Infiniti QX80 that I was just driving earlier this week and last week. Dodge and Fiat Chrysler all together make some really comfortable cars and just well thought out for everyday user vehicles. This thing is well laid out inside. You have a new interior design here for the 2021 model. New Uconnect 5 infotainment system, which has been working pretty well so far. It looks really, really good. Nice 1080p resolution. They say it's got a much faster processor and everything, but there's definitely some lag time for pressing certain buttons. But you've got a comfortable cabin, good layout for the wheel, heated and cooled seats. The engineers also did a really good calibration of the throttle and braking and just general inputs. Tip-in is just right in auto mode, so you're not yanking yourself away from stoplights. It's a nice smooth step off, but if you just lean into it a little more, you get nice progressive downshifts, either slower if that's what you need to do, or if you're cruising along, even in auto mode here, and you floor it, look how quickly it dropped gears and pulled away. Really nice calibration with that 8-speed transmission, no surprise there. Chrysler's always done a great job with that. But the way they've managed to take all of this power and make it so usable and livable, that's what I think Chrysler does really, really well. And that's showcased better here than ever in the Durango product. Obviously, fuel economy is horrendous. Been averaging 12.8 miles per gallon so far this drive. If you want to see more on the new Uconnect 5 system, we will be doing an in-depth review on it, as well as a sound system test, the audio system here in the Durango SRT Hellcat. Check the link in the description for that individual video. And hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a bunch. If you want to see awesome new content coming into your YouTube subscription feed every day, hit subscribe to Daily Motor and get more stuff like this. Woo! They have a nice new lower toggle layout. I know it's going to be a little tough for you guys to see all this, but they've got some cool new toggle buttons, including your SRT mode, launch mode, traction control, parking beepers. I appreciate that Chrysler continues to do redundant climate controls down here. They've got physical buttons for everything. You can press exactly what you need. And of course you can use voice commands as well, such as set the climate control to 74 degrees.
I've set the temperature to 74 degrees.
And there we have it. So for about $80,000, which is steep, but there are certainly families who can afford it, a vehicle like this Durango SRT Hellcat makes for a car that you can have a whole heck of a lot of fun in with a lot of people and still be comfortable in. Well equipped. Maybe not the most premium car, but for kind of a standard brand. I think Dodge continues to excel with this Durango, and putting the Hellcat motor in there was only next step in a natural progression. All right, here we are at Carolina Motorsports Park, ready to see what this giant 6-seat SUV with 710 horsepower can do out on that track there. Before we head out, I'm actually gonna go find a little spot to park, take a look around this Durango. I've gotta say, I've been charmed on the street. I certainly have. It's been a whole heck of a lot of fun. I am really excited, genuinely so, to get it out there and see what we can do. The ride's surprisingly compliant as well, even with these big wheels, the sport suspension, going over these bumps, and they really do change when you're in different drive modes. The sportier drive modes, you really feel the weight of the car, but it actually takes it quite well in standard. Big old shifter, and off. Let's hop out, take a look around the car. Oh man, it got windy. This beautiful gray paint, gray racing stripes, really sets the truck off. I like the new LED headlamp design that they went with for the Durango Hellcat. Big old, actually chrome Hellcat badge. Really lets people in the school parking lot know what you're packing. I think they could have done a little bit more with the wheels. Maybe they'll have a different wheel package, but big old 6-piston up front, 4-piston in the back, Brembo brakes, clamping down on some monster rotors. Other than that, it's standard Durango formula in here. SRT has not compromised any of the Durango's practicality in order to make it this capable. Got a good amount of storage under here as well, deep storage bin, and it's even kind of grippy, so things aren't going to slide around as much or make as much noise. These third row seats fold down quickly. This is a 6-seat package of the Durango. You might know there's also a 5 and a 7-seat. Plenty of space. You couldn't quite do the camping test back here. Well, actually, I take that back. Let's, daily motor traditions, what you guys come for. SUV test. Let's fold down the seats. Give her the old camp test. It's not going to be pretty. We'll do it. Just for you. That's how much I love you guys. I'm back here. And it's not exactly smooth. I'd want some sort of like mattress pad or something to fill this gap, but actually you could fit 2 people laying back here just fine. You do have a 12-volt outlet, so I will give a pass to the Durango 6-seat for camping. These seats are nice and easy to pull back up. Velcro them down into the second row. These seats, it's kind of a 2-step process to get them up and get back into the third row. Not the worst mid-size crossover to be sitting in the back in as a 5'10" person. I've actually got a fine amount of knee room. Fortunately, there's only 2 seats back here, so you wouldn't have to worry about a third person cramming in. Footroom's okay. Headroom's actually fine. No power points, but I do have a cup holder. What does this do? Oh, you can open this from the back. That's nifty. So you could get a 12-volt and a USB right there. Anything else down here? It doesn't seem like it. Then to get out, pull that kind of twice, maybe? Once, twice. Squeeze your way out. And back here. And then second row. Plenty comfortable. You can recline the seat quite a bit. You've got screens back here. It's not fancy like the Pacifica where you can communicate with both screens and there's a bunch of kid apps. It's more just a place for the HDMIs or the Blu-ray or DVDs to play. You've got some cup holders, that big storage bin with a little upper tray that'll come out. Let's see, how do I do that? There you go. A little upper tray for things, and then a deep center storage bin. Back here, up here, you got heated seats and a 110-volt wall outlet. Really nice to see. Good place to be back here, and your climate controls. And not only that, but you have vents right here on the ceiling. If you had babies sitting in car seats right here, you could blow some cool air right on them. Nice job, Dodge. Right. Now for the moment some of you have all been waiting for. A chance to take this and get out on the track. Hellcat Durangos are nothing to sneeze at on a track either. Got it here in all sorts of colors. Dodge and SRT really did a neat job with these. We're thankful to get to have some time with them both on road and on track.